Hello everyone, I welcome you in my YouTube channel. Today in this video, I am going to talk about hydrosphere. The hydrosphere includes all of the water on or near the Earth's surface. I repeat, the hydrosphere includes all of the water on or near the Earth's surface. This includes water in the oceans, lakes, rivers, wetlands, polar ice caps, soils, rock layers beneath Earth's surface, and clouds. So, in this slide, I will show you the water cycle. The water cycle is the continuous movement of water from the ocean to the atmosphere to the land and back to the oceans. You see the terminology and term transpirations through plants, precipitations, drop fall to earth, condensations, cools water droplets form, evaporation from liquid to vapor, surface runoff, and infiltrations. Now in this slide, I will talk on Earth's oceans. All of oceans are joined in a single large interconnected body of water called the world ocean. The world oceans play important roles in the regulation of planet's environments. Look at this: Indian Ocean, Pacific Oceans, and other oceans. Earth ocean basins: Pacific, largest and deepest ocean, single largest geographic feature on the earth. Atlantic, half the size of Pacific. Indian, smaller than the Atlantic but has the same average depth. Arctic, 7% the size of the Pacific and 1/4 as deep as the other oceans. So ocean water and fresh water contains more salts. Amount of dissolved salts. So global temperature regulations. One of the most important functions of the world ocean is to absorb and store stored energy from sunlight, which in turn regulates temperature in our atmosphere. If the ocean did not regulate atmospheric and surface temperatures, temperatures would be too extreme for life to exist on Earth. This is slide showing global temperature regulators. Now in this slide I will talk about fresh water. Fresh water is water that contains insignificant amount of salts. It makes up 3% of Earth water supply. Most of the fresh water is locked up in ice caps and glaciers, while the rest is found in places like lakes, rivers, wetlands, and soil and atmosphere. A river system is a network of streams that drains an area of land and contains all of the land drained by a river, including the main river and all its smaller streams or rivers that flow into lesser area as tributaries. Tributary, a stream that empties into another stream. Now, running water. Running water streams are most important agents of erosion. The ability of a stream to erode and transport depends on its velocity. So, running water, factors that determine velocity: gradient, the slope or steepness of a stream channel. The steeper the gradient, the more energy the stream has as it flows down. Channel characteristic: the course the water in a stream follows. As the water flows, it encounters frictions from the side and the bottom. The amount of friction is affected by the shape, size and roughness of the channel. Discharge: the volume of water flowing past a certain point in a given unit of time. So, meandering: head, mouth, steep gradient, gentle gradient, oceans, longitudinal profiles. So, river basin, a large area that drains to the ocean. Watershed, a smaller area that drains to the certain area. Aquifer, an underground groundwater water source that we use. Water quality of NC chemical, physical and biotic index. Aquifer, groundwater, rain and melting snow sink into the ground and run off the land. Most वीडियो बना रहे हैं. Most of this water trickles down through the ground and collects as groundwater. Although it makes up only 1% of all the water on earth, groundwater fulfills the human need for fresh drinking water and supplies the agriculture and industrial need. So, what is human impact on the hydrosphere? Look at water pollution situations. If you look in Muzaffarpur also, you will find a lot of such type of places. Now this is our concern. The society should be care about this thing, the situations of water pollutions. Look at this picture. What's going on? बेटा अभी वीडियो बना. Yes. Clean water, a life-sustaining liquid. Remember that fresh water makes up a very small fraction of all water available on earth. So all water on earth, fresh water and surface water. Where does water pollution come from? Source of point pollutions and source of non-point pollutions. We will discuss later. Possible problem, possible water quality outcome, possible causes, a lot of problem with water pollution. There is a temperature increases, there is organic waste in the water, there are suspended solid in the river, detergent were found in the water, runoff from fertilized land is polluted with fertilizers, vehicles used for transportation, industries expel large quantities of heated water into the waterway, a leaking or failing septic system is running off into the water, There is erosion from construction site, residential driveways, roads, lawns going into the river. Household cleaning chemicals are being washed into water system. Agriculture field, residential lawn, golf courses are using too much fertilizers and it is being washed out by the rain into the water. The vehicles have improper engine maintenance. There is a decrease in dissolved oxygen. There is a decrease in dissolved oxygen and E. coli is found in the water. There is a high turbidity. There is a very high level of phosphate. High level of nitrate are found in the water. pH of water change because of fossil fuels that the vehicles burn, which can create acid rains. So look at the situations in this figure, in this picture. Marine water pollutions, look at the pollution sources. Industrial outfalls, habitat. Where does the pollution come from in our ocean? Pollutant entering the oceans. You see the sources: air pollution, farm runoff, offshore oil, litter, maritime transportations, industrial wastewater. Wells are dug or drilled to tap into underground water. With a dug well, it is hard to prevent contaminations of the water. Drilled wells are made into underground aquifer. These are lined, sealed, and do a much better job of keeping out microorganisms and chemicals. Problem with the wells: contaminations by microorganisms or by chemicals, soil salinations as the water table drops, the salt in the soil dries out, which can cause a problem for the nearby vegetations. Aquifer depletions, saltwater intrusion occurs when salt water moves in where fresh water should be located. Subsidence when the land level falls due to loss of groundwater. Dams and dams removal. Dams are used to provide drinking water, water for agriculture, generate hydroelectric power, and recreational opportunities. Dams can also cause problems: flooding of natural habits upstream, fragmentations of migratory fish populations, sedimentations behind dam can cause there to be less water available for hydroelectric power. Reservoir is a breeding ground for disease causing insects like mosquitoes, disturb the natural flow of streams. So dam removal. Dam removal benefits: avoid catastrophic dam failure, benefit aquatic life and migratory fish, restore downstream habitat, restore the natural flow of streams and rivers. So importance of water conservation. Goal of water conservation: sustainability. Withdrawal of water should not exceed its natural replacement rate. Energy conservation. Pumping and treating water takes a lot of energy. Habitat conservation. Reduce water consumptions per capita. Use water more efficiently and responsibly. So friend, hope this video will be helpful to you. If you like this video, then subscribe my channel, and thanks for watching.